All right, and we're off. This is the quarterfinals of Triad Wars 14. I think I'm going to be using a hand Sir Smokes put in the Avalanche chat. It has already been used by Piggy, but I kept looking at stuff and feeling like this made sense to me. Let's see what the level 6 is first. So the first thing he noticed, and this might be weak to 8-7s and 8-8s, but you can't have 8-8 corners. I do think there's a viable plan with kind of 3-8-3-8. Maybe there's a better example. 4-8-2-8 I think exists. Yeah, 4-8-2-8, and that has a little more possible combo play against 6s, so it's probably the better choice, and I think the 2 will be better at dodging stuff. I'm a bit out of it today, but hopefully that won't hurt us. But he noticed there were these 7-7-6-3s in opposite corners, and given that 8-8s and 8-7s are hard to use, there might be a plan with 8-6s. They don't have a ton of play against 8s, but they're so good against 6s and 7s. And then for our level 3s, there's a 7-5-3-3 plan, like 3-5-7-3 or 7-5-3-3, but 3-5-7-3 and 7-3-2-5 make a nice pairing. There's some good DL cards here. But he came up with a different idea, and I quite like it. The 1-2-5-7, I think, works pretty well as a starter in either 3 or 9. I think if they have a lot of 8s in their hand, it makes more sense in 9, because I'll need stuff that's easy to recapture, because the 8s will be difficult for me to capture. While if they're more 7s and 6s, I'll want to pose a challenge, and it will make more sense in 3. But I'm going to try to be dynamic on my use. And 6-3-6-3 just seems so powerful in this set. So this is the Smokes hand. I think I'm going to try it in game 1. Tezuka is a very difficult opponent. You've presumably at this point seen 10 days of Tezuka. You've seen him repeatedly winning against me in hand games, though I did miss a shot. Alright, it seems he is doing a similar but potentially upgraded version with the 5-1-4-7. I'm not so convinced that's an upgrade. Piggy changed to this too, and then he ended up losing to turds. But I think the problem is fundamentally the 5-1-4-7 is a lot more redundant with the 7-6-3-7, and that it controls the same space. And so I'm hoping the 1-2-5-7 is the better version. There's definitely a case for the 5-1-4-7, because what's the 1-2-7-5 all that much better at? You know, it has one more power going down. The 2 versus the 1 is probably not that big a difference. In fact, arguably the 1 is better, because the 4-7-4-2 is the easier capture. I don't know. I was hoping to get first turn here. The 7-4 part can cover 7s pretty well. Switched each other best of luck on the Discord. Clearly very similar hands here. We were both in the Avalanche chat, so we both saw the Smokes idea. I went for it wholesale. He made an adjustment. I thought that adjustment, when I was looking at the cards, looked wrong, and when I saw Piggy do it, but now looking at it, seems pretty good. If he started 5-1-4-7 and 9, I think there's a chance I just want to take it immediately and force the action. I think that's kind of a... I think it's going to be a really uncomfortable set, right? There's a lot of cards that aren't standardly used, and I think what that's going to mean is everything is kind of less clean. And captures will be tougher to figure out. So thinking about my potential starters in a later game, if I play 1-2-5-7 and 3, maybe they can play 4-7, 4-2, and 5, and they set up 5-1-4-7 for them, but not for me. But I don't know if that's scary, because my 6-3-6-3 will have both squares as well. Not a combo in one of them, but it seems okay. So 5-1-4-7 and 9. Say I just take it with 7-6-3-7 or 4-7-4-2. Either one might be an option, because either one kind of forces something out of their hand, right? Like, if the 6363 comes out of their hand, then my 7637 is safe in 7. And if the 6773 comes out of their hand, then my 6363 is safe in 7. And I think that's sort of going to be the key of defending on these sets, is like, it's going to be so easy to run out of uses with the relatively low numbers on these cards. Like with level 10s, it's easier for something's backside to randomly hit stuff on a plus wall or a same wall. And the lower level, the harder it is for the backsides of stuff to hit. Admittedly, most of these cards are kind of tri-directionally strong. 4-7, 4-2, and 7, also a possible starter. Again, I'm kind of tempted to just take it if that happens. I think that's often going to be a decent answer to things. Though I guess actually if I take it from 4, they probably have pretty good reply in 1. Unclear. It is difficult to play symmetrical hands for both sides, but I think usually harder on second turn. So, would be hoping to get first turn here. I think, like, fundamentally, the kind of, in the matchups of kind of 7 and 6 focused hands, you want first turn. But if you're going with the 8-8s, because they can't be corners, because the stipulations ban 8-8 corners and 8-7 corners, you'd rather have second turn, because I think horizontals and verticals and high numbers are better on second turn. But I couldn't figure out what my game plan on first turn was with those hands. But honestly, I think with such heavy stipulations and so few card options, there are just kind of 2 or 3 hand builds and variations within them, and not a lot of room to maneuver. Which doesn't mean it's like a bad set or anything, but it is a set that I think is going to be difficult for me. And we've seen in my match with Tezuka that he does really nicely in a kind of limited meta where he can maneuver a little bit and finds good ways to. And I was not very good at doing so there. So hopefully, if needed, I do better here. Oh, I should have the thing open so I can input the game. But I'll just put it in after, I guess. Tezuka was up. In general, I think the big mistake is using the level 6s early. I don't think this is very likely. They're obviously pretty well covered, but I think that is the way to make mistakes here. It's tricky because, like, if they did do 6, 7, 7, 3, and 1, which they wouldn't do because I just capture from 4. But if I couldn't just capture from 4 and needed to set up 2, I wouldn't really have a way to do so that doesn't set up him as well. 4, 7, 4, 2, and 1. So they don't have the recapture in 2. So it is possible to take it. If 6, 3, 6, 3 takes it, they combo back in 7. If 7, 6, 3, 7 takes it, I do use a high level early. They probably have big setups there. Do they? If they wanted to go in 8, 5, 1, 4, 7 would need a 9 facing up. Obviously don't have it. 6, 3, 6, 3 would need a 3 facing up. They don't have it. 7, 6, 3, 7 would need a 10. Obviously they can't have it. 6, 7, 7, 3 would need a 2. So there's, unless I'm like missing a plus wall, there's a decent chance I should just take it. They have safety in return in 7. Notably though, they only have safety if they use 6773, if they use something with weaker numbers facing out, I can take it with 1257, and probably should. I have used up a lot of right power there, but I suspect I can get away with it there. So let's assume 7637 and 4, dog in 4, angry man in 7. Where am I going there? One, 2, 5, 7, and 5 gives them the same in 8. It gives me a plus in 8, but they get first access. So I'd probably start in 2. But 6, 7, 7, 3, and 2 is safe to their hand there. I kind of have a threat in 5. Kinda. Maybe they can play 6, 3, 6, 3, and 3. I am using all my high levels early. That is the mistake you can make, but it does seem somewhat promising. We go there. I have to find a tie after 3. That looks like a pain. 4, 7, 4, 2, and 3 I think is difficult when they block the in-between square. I think that's tough. I kind of think I should just take it. Six, 7, 7, 3, and 7. Can block 2. Don't have to use 6, 7, 7, 3 there. Could use something else. Nothing really fits all that nicely. I just feel like I should take it. I'm not really looking at anything else, and I should have spent some time on other moves, but feels like a capture and then defend after 7. So let's try it. I don't think the L's are so good for me, even though I have safety. Because like 6, 7, 7, 3, and 7, say I go 6, 7, 7, 3, and 2. It's 5, 5. They don't have any attack on me, but I don't think they need it. I think 6, 3, 6, 3 in 3, and it's me that has to be careful. They've got really powerful cards left, and I don't have good captures either. Probably should have thought more. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing there. I guess I was hoping to calculate it a bit closer, but maybe should have spent more time there. Go 4, 7, 4, 2, and 2 instead, with the idea of landing 6, 7, 7, 3, and 5 instead of 2, but it's not safe in 5. I think I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna pause the video. Be back in a moment. Alright, where were we? I think we were panicking about 6, 7, 7, 3, and 7. I had an idea there. 6, 7, 7, 3, and 7. I play 6, 7, 7, 3, and 2. They play 6, 3, 6, 3, and 3. I was sort of thinking, can I go 9 there? Like 4, 7, 4, 2? But I don't set up threats in both 6 and 8 at once, so I probably just can't. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, not sure what we're doing there. Probably still 6, 7, 7, 3, and 2 and try to figure it out. But, I I gotta energize myself. Do some push-ups or something. I don't know. Don't feel fully here. Maybe I should have pushed for later in the day, but it's like, you know, 1:40. I should be pretty awake by now. But it didn't come today. That's okay. Just gotta do a lot of calculating. So I don't, okay, so 7, 2, 3, 5. I just don't have a card that goes in 5 that's remotely comfortable. Like, if like 4, 7, 4, 2 there, they just take from 8 with the dog and I lose. I don't think it's 5. I don't think it's 9. Probably have a clearer fit in 6 than 8. So 1, 2, 5, 7. They can go dog in 5. They lead 6, 4. But if 5, 1, 4, 7 is their sweeper at the end, I can just take back in 9. Because that card in 8 never hits anything. And if they use 5, 1, 4, 7, that sets 6, 3, 6, 3 up for 8. Maybe 1, 2, 5, 7, and 6 ties? It seems possible. It's hard to calculate, especially when you're not feeling super sharp when it feels this far from the position. But I think this was an interesting starter and is a kind of difficult spot for me. I think he found a way to cleverly pressure. Off an odd starter. He does not pick up 6, 7, 7, 3. Picked up the dog, he put the dog back down, he picks the dog back up. Now here I was thinking 1, 2, 5, 7, and 8. This is not what I was scared of, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. 1, 2, 5, 7, and 8. 6, 4. That's the idea. They don't have a big setup. They can just go 9 after, or 5. Probably have a bunch of options. I can also go 1, 2, 5, 7, and 5, actually, because they don't have 8 in response. It does give up all my left power, which is a major concession. It is a major concession. Maybe I still want to go in 2. Six, 7, 7, 3 doesn't seem like a card they really should be desperate to keep in their hand instead of 7, 6, 3, 7. So maybe I'm missing some clever line with it. So 1, 2, 5, 7, and 8. If they go 6, 7, 7, 3, and 5, I can go 6, 7, 7, 3, and 2, and I'm in very good shape. If they go 6, 3, 6, 3, and 5, I'm probably meeting most moves in 5 with 6, 7, 7, 3, 2. Yeah, looks pretty good. It's really hard for them to sweep my 6, 3, 6, 6, 3 up and down, because there won't be that many 3s facing to the right. They can also meet it in 6, but I don't think that can be much. If nothing else, I can go 9, they go 5, I go 2 with 6, 7, 7, 3, and they can't have set up to take that? Yeah. So that's at least a tie. I don't think the plan can be 1 or 2, so okay, I'm comfortable against 5. So 1, 2, 5, 7, 8, 9. The annoying one to check. So any move in 9, say I play 6, 7, 7, 3 in 5, they cannot have set up to have something immediately against that. And any setup move they play in 3 after, I can block 2. They never have 6 against it. Oh, except with 5, 1, 4, 7. So could the idea be I go 8, they play 6, 3, 7, 7, and 9, I go 5, and they hit me with 5, 1, 4, 7, and 3? What's happening there? But I'm just up 6-4, that's just a tie. Still 4, 7, 4, 2, which is potentially safe in 2. They go 2 themselves. Okay, so say I go 8, they go something 9, I go 6, 7, 7, 3, 5, they go 6, 7, 7, 3, 2, but then my 6, 3, 6, 3 is good. Yeah, I think 1, 2, 5, 7, and 8 should be a tie. 1, 2, 5, 7, and 5 I should look at. But I think 6, 7, 7, 3, and 2 might be an issue. Because I don't have 8. Looks pretty uncomfortable. Yes, maybe. No, I can't play 6, 3, 6, 3, and 3. 5, 1, 4, 7 can beat 6, 3, 6, 3 in some spots. I totally missed that plus wall. But I think that never comes up in the lines I looked at. I think that's never where I'm blocking with 6, 3, 6, 3. So I'm going to go 8. I don't know. Seems safe enough. I think I probably had a tie against 6, 7, 7, 3, and 7, but I'm not 100% sure. Hoping I had multiple ties, of course, but... I think these positions are all pretty tricky. My core idea is 5. I think I can meet with 2. 9. I think I can meet with 5. 6. I think I can meet with 9. 2. I didn't look at. And 3 I didn't look at. Deep calculations. Ugh. And 6 I might have better than 9. 6 was sort of I can meet it with at least 9. That's the goal. I don't know. I'm not really sure what happened this game. Like actually I will start putting the game into my database. Okay, so we had 4, 7, 4, 2, and 1. 7, 6, 3, 7, 4, 7, 6, 3, 7, 7, 1, 2, 5, 7, 8. Hopefully we're just veering to a comfortable tie. Do I want to stick with the hand? Now, I thought Turds, when he switched to 8-8 and 8-7 stuff, had a really good counter to Piggy using the exact hand we're seeing from Tezuka. Tezuka does switch hands up, though. So it's hard to pinpoint him. I would have liked to see what happens on a me first turn. I don't know if I want to repeat this if the same moves are played, because if he plays 6, 7, 7, 3, and 7, I'm not sure I'm not losing. Feels weird to like go in with a hand and no plan to do anything different against a move you're not sure you survived. I think I do, but that just seems like practically very stupid. I don't know. They're just making moves. I guess there's some chance he doesn't find a tie here. I didn't, I was making sure I didn't lose rather than looking for a press here. There's some chance this is pressuring to them, that he's in some trouble. Like, 6, 7, 7, 3, 5. I play 6, 7, 7, 3, 2. Does he have a tie? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. So, like, this definitely is losable. And I should be pretty thorough checking. Like, if he goes 9, I should be like 6, 7, 7, 3, and 5. Make sure that ties, and then start looking for other things. Because there's a chance here. You know, if he goes 9, it's 5, 5. Say I go 6. It's 6, 4. He goes 5. It's 5, 5. I go 6, 7, 7, 3, and 2. I win 6, 4. You know, there's a bunch of lines I should be checking. I should not be super committed to the idea that this is already a tie. I think it is a tie, but I think maybe it's possible to make mistakes here. I mean, I don't know what his correct move is here, but also I sort of have the principle of don't waste too much time calculating extensively for them when you don't know what their move is. I know like Akiyama and maybe Seto do a really good job of that, but me, especially in my current malaise, it's weird that I'm in such a malaise. I'm quite nervous about this game. You'd think that would hype me up, because it's, I think, a very dangerous opponent, very skilled opponent, and a game I, obviously really want to win. 6-3, 6-3. So that could go 9. Probably shouldn't go 5, but I guess could. Could also go 6, I suppose. Seems unlikely. I'm assuming 9, I guess. Seems more likely than 5. I'm starting to feel this is pretty good for me, actually. I think maybe not straightforward to tie. Because 6, 7, 7, 3, and 5 is just very annoying for him. And if he, he wants to play 6, 7, 7, 3, and 2, but then my 6, 3, 6, 3, and 6 is always winning if he goes in 9. Maybe needs the line I saw with 5 and 3, but I forget how we got there. No, that started in 9. He goes 9, I go 5, he goes 3. Yeah, there's some line with that. I think he needed to start with 6, 7, 7, 3, and 9 for that one to work. With the idea if I go 5 and then 5, 1, 4, 7, and 3 is kind of a setup. Kind of. I might just lose. I might have just counted wrong, though. So it doesn't really set up much, because it never hits 5. Oh, that was probably a bad idea. I think this is actually a difficult position to tie, and I just have been sleepwalking into it. Which is very lucky for me. As I said, we've seen Tezuka versus me in hand games, especially with very limiting stipulations, and he has handled me very effectively, so I expect him to survive here. And he also made really good adjustments. I thought the 8-7-4s he brought in, specifically how they were lined up against my 6-7-6s, is just very smart. Just continually really thoughtful adjustments. Yeah, I think very clever and strong opponent, and yeah, I don't know. Alright, so if we go 6, 7, 7, 3, 5, we lead 6, 4. If he goes 6, 7, 7, 3, and 2, it's 5, 5. Oh, 6, 3, 6, 3, and 6 isn't a capture. That doesn't sweep. What am I doing? Okay. So 6, 7, 7, 3, and 5. Let's just check all lines. If they play anything in 6, we play 4, 7, 4, 2, and 2, and we win. If they play in 3, depends which card, but 5, 1, 4, 7 there. Sets up a big threat in 6, but I can take them from 6 myself, and 6, 7, 7, 3 doesn't do anything, so I win. If they go 6, 7, 7, 3, and 3, then 6 is dead to 5, 1, 4, 7, so I go 2. If they go 5, 1, 4, 7, and 2, then I play 6, 3, 6, 3, and 3, and I win. But 6, 7, 7, 3, and 2 is a tie. Okay, that's a tie. Can we do it any differently? Say we start with 4, 7, 4, 2, and 5. If they go in 6, we play 6, 7, 7, 3, and 2, and we win. Gives them the same in 2. I don't want to give them the same in 2. That's a dumb move. What am I doing? Alright, what about 6, 3, 6, 3, and 5? 6, 3, 6, 3, and 5 gives them a plus in 6. That looks terrible. Okay, that's not doing it. What if I go in 2? 6, 7, 7, 3, in 2. Oops. If they go 5, 1, 4, 7, in 5, that's a tie. Okay, so that's a tie. 2 ties. 4, 7, 4, 2, and 2. Same thing, ties. Okay, so 2's not going to win. If we go in 6, 6, 7, 7, 3, and 6. They don't have combo play on that. If they go 6, 7, 7, 3, and 3. That's gonna tie, right? No, that loses. I just play 5. 6, 3, 6, 3 only needs to capture one thing to win. So 6, 7, 7, 3, and 6. They go 6, 7, 7, 3, and 3. I play 5. I win. They go 5, 1, 4, 7, and 3. I'm up 6, 4. So I only have to take one thing. I play in 5. I win, right? Because it's 5, 5 now. 6, 7, 7, 3. They go 6, 7, 7, 3, 2. I go 5. I win. They go 5, 1, 4, 7, 2. I go 4, 7, 4, 2, 5. I win. So I think if they tie, it must be in 5. And indeed, of course they have ties there. 5, 1, 4, 7 doesn't tie. I have 4, 7, 4, 2, and 2. But 6, 7, 7, 3, and 5 does tie. I have no captures. Can I start in 3? Just checking everything, you know. I don't think so. 6, 7, 7, 3 is guaranteed so many captures at the end. Yeah, so we found a tie. Nicely done. Nicely done. So I guess we go 6, 7, 7, 3, and 5. That was my first tie and the one I spent the most time making sure works. So it's the one I'm most comfortable just playing. Just double checking. There. Somehow I ended up getting a little bit of a press out of this, but not too much of one. I'll actually have only one tie on my final move, but that's okay. You only need one. Alright, good game. Let's put the rest into my database. 6, 3, 6, 3, 9, 6, 7, 7, 3, 5. He's going to play 6, 7, 7, 3, 2. I'm going to play 6, 3, 6, 3, 6. I'm going to play 5, 1, 4, 7, 3. I'm going to have 4, 7, 4, 2 left over. It's going to be 5, 5. I think I'm going to run back the hand. Don't see a reason to switch this up. Check if he has time for another game. I think he does, but wasn't entirely sure. Move order for Dow is 1, 4, 7, 8, 9, 5, 2, 6, 3. It's actually a tie. It is a tie. We can do math. And I will put up again. See, keep this the same video unless there's a wait between games. Gotta look back and make sure I was surviving the other line. So I felt like I was surviving the other line in 7th, but I'm not sure. 7, 2, 3, 6. So I was going to play 1, 2, 5, 7, and 6. He'd have had 7, 6, 3, 7, 6, 3, 6, 3, and what's the other card? 5, 1, 4, 7. If he goes 5, 6, 3, 6, 3. No, he used 6, 3, 6, 3. So he only has 2 cards left. He has 5, 1, 4, 7. Do I run it back or not? I don't know. We could rotate it. Turds did a hand with, let's just look at what that hand looks like. 3, 5, 7. 7, 7, 6, 3. But I think the 3, 5, 7 in a world where they're probably not doing 8s is not such a big deal. So I think the 7, 7, 6s are probably the right pair. For now. I could switch to the 8s. I do think they're viable second turn. I just couldn't think of a plan with them first turn. Like, what would that look like? The 4, 8, 2, 8 I think was the good choice. There are enough 6s going side to side. It's going to hit a lot more than the 3, 8, 3, 8. There were no 5s in that game except for the 5, 1, 4, 7, which the 3, 8, 3, 8 doesn't even hit. There's also the 8, 6, 6 plan, but eh. Is there a big up down? Turds went for an 8, 3, 7, 4, I think. There is an 8, 8 up down. It's an 8, 4, 8. Should make sure I know the steps right. No level 6, 8, 8, or 8, 7 corners. So we can use these 8, 8s. And then the 4, 7, 4, 2 plays well. I just hate having so few corners. I'm like, the 7, 5, 3, 3s probably play well. But I think I gotta think more about that hand if I'm gonna do it. Maybe we'll stick one more hand on this and then replan. I think that's maybe stupid, maybe in the sense of like there's a decent chance he thinks let's try one more hand on this too, and if I want to jump to a counter, like doing it quick is the moment to catch him. I should have paid more attention in the last series versus him to how much he switches hands. And like at what intervals. But I think it was often switching back and forth such that like, you know, this game I should expect to see something different, and next game it's likely I see that again. So, okay, let's try it again. Yeah. Alright. Can we play the same game again? There's always a chance. Yeah. I don't know if Tezuka's a repeater. I remember Sujiro telling a story of him and Seto meeting in a tournament and just playing like the same tie like 6 times in a row. So some players very clearly happy to do that. If he plays 4, 7, 4, 2, and 1, how else can I meet it? I can take with 6, 7, 7, 3, get completely comboed to hell. I don't think that's a great idea. I can play in 3, but if I play in 3 with 1, 2, 5, 7, it sets up their 6, 3, 6, 3, and I think they just block 2 there anyway. They have a lot of combo potential. Maybe I could play 5, but all of it feels like it sets up their 6, 3, 6, 3. What I'd want to do is make sure my 4, 7, 4, 2 or my 1, 2, 5, 7 are the cards doing sweeper work, but they can't really be the ones set up in a move in 5. And they're the ones I'd want to be doing work. So I probably just repeat if he goes 1. This match does not feel super like it's going well for me at the moment. Where like I have reached comfort level with the game. I don't know. I'll wake up. not too scared of other things. Like, I think 5147 in 3 or 9 is probably the next try. Maybe if 4742 and 1 I should be like, aha, you have a right weakness now. But can I actually do anything about that? 7637 and 9. But I don't like using the high early. And their 7637 covers anyway. They don't need the 4742 for that one. 1257 somewhere. 12576. No, they go 4, and it's pretty bad for me. Yeah. Are we repeating? You picked up 4742. Repeating, I think, smart for him. Like, he has other ways to press. He had a different move he could have made in 7 that I have to be careful of. I think repeating is not what I want to be doing, and quite reasonably is what he wants to be doing. Ah, he's found a new square. Okay. This one he can recapture even. Fancy. This does give up a capture against my 1257 and 3, but if I did that, he'd have time to block his 4. So I think I probably do not want to do that. 1257 and 5 sets him up, not me. I want to take again. Is that crazy? It's a little crazy. I want to play 1257 and 4. I think it's bad. I think it's bad. 4742 and 9. My 1257 is really useful for L's just because it's 1 and 2 facing out when it captured are so hard for him to combo off. So I think that's actually like a useful L card. 4742 gives me 8, but he doesn't have 8 as well, which is nice. Not like clinching value, but it's nice. Also 5147, his card for 8 does not flip 9. There might be a way to have played against that. Maybe 4742 and 9. What's the obvious thing for him to do? Probably 7637 in 8. Yeah, that looks worrisome. Does look worrisome. I think I have to be super careful there. That looks very dangerous. But do we have a clearer way to play this? I don't know. He goes with a 6 up in 8. I think I have more tools. Not sure I actually do. It's really annoying when he blocks 8. It's very annoying. Can I go 5? Is there any point to that? Sets him up so well, though. So well. I think this is a better starter by him because it doesn't block any of the corners. His cards play nicely out of, kind of thing. I have an idea. I think I will play 4742 and 9. think I can walk into some stuff and survive. But it's dangerous. I do not like second turn on this set. Jeez. No, I do not. I think my next turn I will have to be super precise to not lose, which makes this pretty uncomfortable to do. Oh, man, I don't know. I really want to force him to go in 4, because he does not have a good recapture. He does not have a good recapture in 4, right? So maybe I should do something trying for 5, even if it sets him up. Even if it sets him up. I just don't have a good way to do so. Alright, I'm going to do the move I looked at. I do not feel good about this move. This feels a lot like how I lost one of the games to him in the last match, where I played a weak corner, a weak adjacent corner. He played the in-between square. I didn't have a good L plan. My sort of hope is that, like, say he plays 7, 6, 3, 7, and 8, that I can play, like, 1, 2, 5, 7, and 6, walk in to the same in 5, but I have used up a ton of his power. I have safety in 3. Down 6-4, but his last cards are pretty weak. And I think 6, 7, 7, 3 landing in 2 or 4 on the last turn should be enough to tie there. That's my idea. Doesn't feel great. Feels like I have to calculate it really well. I'm not sure I'm capable of that right now. But shouldn't make excuses. Let's just try to make the right moves. They can also play with a 6-up, and the time he beat me I was expecting a 7-up, and then a 6-up came and that threw me. Or something similar. Maybe it was a little different. The levels were different, but, you know. But if there's a 6-up, at least sometimes I have threats of going in 5, right? So, a 6-up seems less scary to me. Maybe it shouldn't be. I don't know. I think this is a pretty bad position for me. I didn't find a good move. I think I have to switch off this hand. If I tie this. Maybe the 8-8s is the way to go. Because both games, the first game and this one, I've kind of thought on move 3. I have to be really precise here. And you never want to be the one who has to be really precise because, like, you know, maybe you're really good at surviving those and you survive, you know, 3 or 4, but you're not surviving 100% of them. And the more you allow, the more likely you are to blow it. So I think I'm just in trouble and gotta move to a new hand. 2 games where I'm not sure what the tie plan is. This is, again, assuming I hold this, but I always, like, if I don't hold this, I don't need to plan for not holding it, so I may as well plan for the case that could be useful. And it gives me something, I think, productive-ish to do while it's their turn. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry if I've been excessively whiny on this one. Let's wake up. I'm gonna do some push-ups. My creaky floorboards. Right, we've done a world record 6 full push-ups, so I'm mad buff, as is well known. I do feel a little energized. Should have done that sooner. I don't know if anyone remembers early in TT's return when I was like just on all day for a few days because I forgot how to sleep. And it wasn't even triple triad related. I kept trying and failing to sleep. But I sort of feel like I'm closing in on that happening again, and that has made me kind of messy in the brain. So I delayed this match for a few days in the hopes that I'd sleep better, and I have slept better the last night, but I am still just feeling out of it. I do think this is a bad spot for me, like I said. But I'm not super hopeless. Like, I think I should be able to tie with a precise move. And that's really contingent, of course. But alright, what has he picked up? 7637. Yeah. Okay, it's a problem. It is the same way I lost last time. Can we repeat our pain? So 47427, putting in the move order, 47429, 76378. Okay. Now gotta brain. So there's 1257 in either 4 or 6. 1257 in 4. I kind of assume the problem is they go 3. It's hard for me to go 5 after. Maybe not impossible, but hard. My cards are pretty uncomfortable there. Okay. So my idea was 1257 and 6. Which does seem a little crazy, but I kind of like the idea. 1257 and 6. If they go 3 or 2, I think I can go 5 and be pretty happy. Especially against 3. So I've locked in 3 cards. I only need to lock in 1 more to get the tie. Like, it seems like 1257 and 6 is going to be really happy against 3. Against 2, I kind of think I can just go 3. They go 5. I go 6, 7, 7, 3, 4. They never have a capture on that. Seems like it should be fine. So, like, the threatening thing should be 5, right? It could be 4. But if they go 4, I go 2. It's really hard for them to sweep my 7, 6, 3, 7. So I think that should be fine. So I think it's 1, 2, 5, 7, 6, 6, 7, 7, 3, 5, right? I think that's like gotta be critical. So they're up 7-3, right? They flip everything. I play 7, 6, 3, 7 in 3. It's 6-4. They don't have flips. They go in 2 with either card. 6, 7, 7, 3, and 4 wins for me. If they go in 4, they're up 6-4. I need a capture. They have 6, 3, 6, 3, and 5, 1, 4, 7 in their hand. So if they go 5, 1, 4, 7, and 4, I can play 6, 7, 7, 3 in 2, and I tie. If they go 6, 3, 6, 3, same. And if they go 3, if they go with 6, 1, 6, 6, 3, 6, 3, then 5, 1, 4, 7 is dead in 4. And if they go with 5, 1, 4, 7, 6, 3, 6, 3 can't recap 5, so I can go 4 myself. I think this is a tie. I think 1, 2, 5, 7, and 6 gets me a tie. I should spend a little more time checking, because I don't know, man. I don't like defending these positions. Makes me think like maybe I do stick with the hand and hope I can defend these positions at a higher rate than he can. Which is, there's always a hope there, right? I can sometimes feel forlorn. I think it holds. I'm going to play it. What's the argument for sticking with the hand? The argument is I think second turn is really uncomfortable against like any of these corner starters, and we haven't seen how he'd defend against like 1, 2, 5, 7, and 3, and I think it would be quite annoying for him to have to defend against, and I'd like to force him to try. But also I might never get a first turn, right? I don't know. I don't know. If I knew turns would like switch off reliably, I might stick. Assuming this tied, which it easily might not, right? I'm relying on a lot of combos to go right that I have not fully checked. But these have started poorly. Again, I think this is a tough rule set for me specifically, but maybe first turn's hard. Or second turn's hard. I do think in the Piggyman Turds match, second turn did quite well when Turds had it. But maybe that was just that Turds played a brilliant match, and I am not looking up to that level of brilliance here. But he did handle the second turns better. So maybe I should try to steal the Turd's hand rather than the Smoke's hand and try to follow in his footsteps. Because he had better replies to these corners, right? He had these 7-5-3-3s, and I think that meant, for instance, against this 4-7-4-2, if he has 3-5-7-3 and 7-3-2-5, he could meet it with like 7-3-2-5 and 9, and he has a card that he's better at recapturing because the 7-up means the 6-3-6-3 can lock it in, but also he has a real threat to go in 8, and it's not shared, but also he keeps down power. It seems more comfortable to me. So maybe I should move to 7-5-3s, again, assuming I don't lose here, which I very easily might. But we did a calculation, and we gotta trust it, because if the calculations don't work, I'm not gonna do very well. It is always really scary to leave open a combo, because if they can set up play anywhere else on the board, often I'm just dead on the spot, right? So like 1 is actually a really interesting square for them to go in. If they go in 1 and I go in 5, they may get a really nice move in 4, and I might be left with really bad cards for the end game. Something like that can be pretty scary here. 4, not as scary, because if I go 5, there's no kind of square paired with it. But setting up something so that when I go 5, they have something. And of course, the later they combo in 5, the less time I have to recover. So if they can delay that while making a threat, then I might just lose on the spot. But I didn't see a way, so I ran with it. We out here defending. Corner stuff, just tough. But the 8-8s, I'd have guaranteed captures. He'd have minimal combo play back. Some maybe with the 4-7-4-2, a little with the 5-1-4-7. But it does feel like I'd have maybe more tools in these spots. I'm not sure. We out here hoping for a tie. Alright, that's not the card for 5. It's a little scary. His input moves in. What's happened? He hasn't moved yet, so I've already input all those. Cool. This feels like the kind of game after which I should take a break from the match. Feels like a worrying sign. I was hoping that I'd have a stamina advantage here, but I'm just not comfortable on second turn. Second turn is just very difficult for me right now. The 8/8s guarantee I'd always have captures, which means I'm not as scared of allowing sort of setups, or like needing to set up things myself. So we picked up 5-1-4-7. That could go in 3, which I think I'm happy to see. That could go in 2, which I haven't really thought about, but I feel I should be okay against. It does set up 6-7-7-3 to sweep on the left, right? I mean, 6-7-7-3 and 1 can combo anything I put in 4. So, okay, it goes in 3. Now, if it's not 6-7-7-3 and 5, I will be confused. So 6-7-7-3 and 5, we go up 6-4. If they go 6-7-7-3 in 2, they go, it's 5-5, and I think I might only tie after that, because 6-3-6-3 actually dominates my hand with those 3s facing left, is I must play 7-6-3-7 and 1 to tie. But I do tie. If they go 6-3-6-3 and 2, they don't flip. I'm still up 6-4, and I can play 7-6-3-7 and 4, and I win. Okay, so I survive 2. The 6-7-7-3 and 2 is very scary. I do survive it. 4. If they go 6-3-6-3 and 4, I play 7-6-3-7 and 2, and I win. If they go 6-7-7-3 and 4, then I play 7-6-3-7 and 2, and we tie. So I survive 4. Just making sure of everything, because, like, not super sharp. Let's establish. No excuses. Stop. Alright, 6-7-7-3-5. If they go 6-3-6-3 in 1, I can play 6-3-6-3 in 4. And if they go 6-7-7-3 in 1, I block 2. Should tie. The scariest lines were 2 and 4. It was 6-7-7-3 in 4 makes it 5-5, but I just blocked 2. And 6-7-7-3 in 2 makes it 5-5, and I have to play 7-6-3-7 and 1. But I do tie. Should I check other moves? I probably should. Last time we felt vaguely close to a win. 6-3-6-3 and 4 seems like just an absolute disaster. What else could I possibly do? There's 6-3-6-3 and 1. I don't think that's anything. There's no. Gotta take it. Okay. Assuming, alright, he's playing fast, I assume in 2. Assuming I didn't blow it here, I think I calculated out of a difficult position well, but not a fun position to have to defend when you're walking into a huge combo. So, like, I think I'm doing a decent job on the defense here. I think I'm gonna pause between videos, divide it into multiple videos rather than just keep playing a million games in one video, because those go long. It's already an hour. So we'll put the next game in another video. I've already played a lot, I think, more ties this tournament than I did all of Nephilim, which I think is partially because I prepared really well in Nephilim, but also those rule sets I really got a good grasp on all of them. And this one I think I'm uncomfortable on. And it might just be a rule set where, like, first turn's really good. And, you know, I'm playing second turn. Second turn's difficult. Just tough saves. Like, Piggyman had a tough position against Turds that he lost when in his loss. Turds had the advantage one game, but it's 6, 7, 7, 3, and 2, and we're going to go 7, 6, 3, 7, and 1, 6, 3, 6, 3, 4, 6, 3, 6, 3 remaining, 5, 5. So yeah, we survive again. Not misclick. I forgot to say good game last time. Best of luck on this one. Like I said, we're doing great. Interesting games. I do wonder if I should switch to 8s. Maybe I should try a 7-5 hand a la Turds. Probably should go to that. I don't love the hand he won with. I kind of want to try an 8-8 hand. I feel like I'm not ready to do so, but I just I haven't thought about how the hands work. I don't know how I'd handle a first turn. But I kind of feel like I should play an 8-8 hand. I feel like these hands have just gone so games have just been so unpleasant for me. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the games. I had a great time. I think these were good games. I think Tezuka played very well and put some pressure. I think he should have played a different card in 7 in game 1, but that's okay. And I'm pleased I've survived so far. We'll see how long I can keep it going. And I'll start recording the next video now. Sorry for being such a downer. I'll try to be more chipper in the next one. But that seems like it takes a lot of energy that would be better used on playing. I don't know. Cheers.